You've been there, haven't you? One short video, then another, and another. Suddenly it's dark outside. An hour has passed. You're not sure what you watched, but your brain feels melted. You weren't learning. You weren't even laughing most of the time. You were just consuming, like a cow grazing digital grass. And the worst part is, it felt good, comforting, effortless, like letting your brain slide into a warm bath of noise and nonsense. We call it brain rot, a word that sounds like an insult, but also a secret invitation. Because if it's so stupid, so pointless, why do we keep coming back? Why does brain rot content, silly memes, meaningless skits, chaotic edits, hold our attention hostage in a world overflowing with valuable things to do? This video isn't just about content. It's about attention, addiction, algorithms, but also about us, what we seek when we don't even know we're looking. Let's go deeper. Let's be honest. Real thinking is hard. It takes effort, discipline, patience. To read a book, to reflect, to make sense of the chaos around us, requires something we rarely have anymore. Attention. And attention in the 21st century is prey. Hunted, harvested, packaged, sold. So instead, we seek refuge. We scroll, we swipe, not because we're stupid, but because we're tired, because we're overwhelmed, because for a brief, glittering moment, brain rot content gives us permission not to care. A 6-second meme, ballerina cappuccina, a chaotic edit of a raccoon stealing a sandwich, a stitched reaction to a reaction of a reaction. None of it means anything. That's the point. Meanings is heavy. This is light, disposable. This content doesn't ask you to think. It asks you to feel, quickly, shallowly, and often. Confusion, laughter, disgust, surprise, anything to keep the signal moving. The brain loves novelty after all, even if it's meaningless. And that's exactly why it works. Because in a world on fire, absurdity feels safer than clarity. So we let our minds rot, not from ignorance, but from exhaustion. It's not stupidity that draws us in. It's relief. Of course, it's not just us. It's the machine, the feed, the infinite scroll designed not to inform, but to addict. Because brain rot content isn't just tolerated by the algorithm. It's preferred, optimized, elevated. Why? Because it's fast, loud, emotionally loud, even if intellectually silent. Platforms aren't curators. They're slot machines. They reward unpredictability, novelty, stimulation without context. The more your brain twitches, the more it stays. And the algorithm learns, not what you like, but what you can't stop watching. That one stupid TikTok you watched 5 times in a row. It noticed. It will serve you 20 more. Social media platforms reward shorter, faster, louder. If your content doesn't grab attention in 2 seconds, it's gone. So creators adapt. They over-edit. They scream. They add pop-ups, subtitles, 10 layers of sound. Why? Because we trained them to. We stop scrolling the moment we get bored. So content gets louder, dumber, faster, until it becomes pure, distilled brain rot. You are not the customer. You are the product, the fuel, the eyeball in a jar. And the best way to keep the product engaged is to give it something that bypasses thinking altogether. So it feeds you noise, bright, sticky, stupid noise, until real thought starts to feel foreign, until silence starts to feel scary. We didn't design this system, but we're caught in it, and brain rot is its most seductive bait. We make fun of it, of course. We say it's low effort, mindless, cringe. We call it brain rot with a smirk, as if we're above it. But then we watch it, obsessively. We pretend to hate it, but we keep returning. Because part of us craves what we're not supposed to enjoy. Chaos, nonsense, freedom from the burden of meaning. Irony becomes armor. We say it's so dumb, just to distance ourselves from how real the attachment feels. It's safer to laugh at it than ask why it soothes us. But deep down, we know The noise is comforting, and comfort is addictive. We mock what we crave, and we crave what distracts us from ourselves. We scroll because it silences the part of us that's always questioning, always doubting, always afraid. When you're inside the feed, nothing is expected of you. No growth, no challenge, no pain. It becomes a cocoon, a womb made of content. And once you're wrapped in it, real life feels far away. And maybe that's the point. But comfort has a cost. What starts as harmless distraction can become erosion, not of intelligence, but of attention, of awareness, of self. Brain rot content doesn't kill your brain. It numbs it. It replaces curiosity with reflex, depth with dopamine. You're not bored, but you're not awake either. And slowly, silently, the parts of you that used to hunger for more, for silence, for wonder, for thinking, begin to wither. You stop asking questions. You stop creating. You stop sitting with discomfort long enough to grow. Because every quiet second becomes unbearable. Every still moment, a trigger to scroll. And in that cycle, you lose time. Days blur. Ideas decay. You laugh, but you forget why. You consume, but you remember nothing. The danger isn't that you become stupid. It's that you become passive, that you trade your agency for ease. And one day you look up and realize you haven't been here. Not really, not fully, for a very long time. We live in a loud world. Sometimes dumb content is exactly what we need to survive it. But your mind deserves silence too. Balance is the antidote. And it starts with awareness. It's not about escaping the scroll forever. It's about knowing when to step back, when to close the door, and be present with yourself. Because the real journey isn't scrolling endlessly through meaninglessness. It's learning to sit quietly with the parts of yourself that crave it. Maybe the question isn't, how do I stop watching? But what am I really seeking when I watch? Curiosity, connection, comfort, or something deeper still. And that, perhaps, is the beginning, not the end, of the story. If this video made you think, even for a second, that's already something. If you're craving more than noise, more questions, more meaning, more moments that make you feel alive, you're in the right place. Subscribe if you want to keep exploring the strange, beautiful ways our minds survive the modern world. And if this spoke to you, share it with someone else who's drifting. Maybe they'll find something here too. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.